Hello and happy Black History Month, or I celebrate Black History 365. My name is Karen Smith. I'm a professional percussionist, poet, playwright, director. What else? I'm also recently a vegan pie maker. In the last year, I've been making these vegan appley pies and vegan sweet potato pie, etc. And just want to thank you for inviting me to your Black History program. Sorry I can't be there in person, but I'm going to do the best I can within this time frame and kind of introduce you to a number of the instruments that I play. I have a group called Sisters Laying Down Hands, which you can easily find on social media because we have a like page. It's a collective of poets and drummers and singers, dancers, stilt walkers, etc. And we do a lot about talking about our history and our legacy in this wonderful place called America, as well as across the globe. So I'm going to start with this beautiful instrument. It's called a steel tongue drum. Looks like a spaceship or a turtle shell. And as I said, steel tongue drum. And just kind of like give blessings to the day, the ancestors, anything that you're possibly going through. We have been in a shift in our lives at this time, so I would say this instrument is perfect for that. Just kind of like healing the space at this time. So it's called a steel tone drum. Namaste. During this time, I've been working on using sound as far as part of this healing and like part of centering. And this is one of the sounds that I've incorporated. I recently put together a project that kind of covers the feelings and emotions that we've been going through since we've been through this going through this shift, which I call the spiritual atmospheric cleansing. And so I put together a CD project that started in 2020 September 2020, where I invite a bunch of different artists, poets, vocalists, instrumentalists, and we kind of come together for this moment of sharing our gifts and what that looks like afterwards. So it's available, in fact, on a number of digital platforms. But if you look under Karen Smith and Friends, and it's called Spiritual Atmospheric Cleansing, and atmospheric is spelled ATMOSFERIC. We're on YouTube, etc., Spotify, and the next CD or musical collaboration will come out this year that we started last year for the part 2, because there's 4 phases of it, and it's called Spiritual Hush. So it's really trying to kind of adjust to the different rhythms that we have within ourselves, and kind of finding that balance, because in life it's just like this, this balance is just not there. We're not in tune with the earth, we're not in tune with each other, so enough with pointing out our differences. It's kind of like share our differences, and we need each other, and all lives should matter. Black lives should matter, and for Black lives to matter, all lives gotta matter too. So yes, I feel that's important. So this is called a steel tongue drum. Like I said, look, a flying saucer. And I've been playing it for a little while, but I'm gonna just change it a little bit and gonna give you a little Latin sound. This is I have some coolness here, and just gonna make you move a little bit. So I'm gonna take it up a notch. How about that? Ole! That's congas. You find that in a lot of Latin percussion groups, Latin music. And it was Dizzy Gillespie that kind of brought it more into the jazz, and this Afro-Cuban thing had started happening, and that brought that to America, where it was already happening in Cuba, etc. He kind of combined that jazz Cuban sound and brought that whole Afro jazz Cuban piece. So that's when the congas started becoming more popular in jazz and other genres of music. And thank goodness it has, because I play a lot of percussive stuff. So those are the congas, and just wanted to let you see this the different sizes here on some of these instruments. This is a shaker, believe it or not. It's a gourd. It's a fruit, and so it gets hollowed out. It gets strung with different beads, It comes in so many sizes. This is actually not the largest one. So it's called a shakeroo. I'm going to put it down because it might fall. But I just wanted you to see the different sizes that it does come in. And it's usually good for keeping time. Most of the instruments I play have a whole West African kind of origin, because most of the instruments I get come from places in West Africa. But they are adaptable, so they have been played all over the country and all over the world. Instruments like this, as well as any drum these days as well. So, but these are shakeroos. Like I said, they are hollowed out because they have seeds inside, and they shellac them, and then it's all about stringing them to make that rhythm. And sisters laying down hands love to play, have a shakeroo or two involved as well. Shakeroos. So I have another instrument here, and I feel like for a black culture, the drum is the heartbeat. It definitely is the heartbeat of all the instruments, and it's the communicator. It's before the cell phones. So the drum was representing there was some kind of something's going on in the community. There's a wedding. There's a rites of passage. There's a funeral. There's some form of celebration of some kind. There's trouble. There's a storm coming. So the drum is very significant in African rhythms, as well as it's just in life too. The drums is the heartbeat. People seem to, I guess maybe it's from being a baby so close to the mother, coming out and hearing that rhythm and the heartbeat, and being next to her chest, and breastfeeding, and you just hear that heartbeat, and you can identify with that when you hear the drum. Where the heart goes. So yes, the heartbeat, the drum, they must be around. They make good, I wouldn't say furniture pieces, but it's good energy if you have a drum in your house. And maybe you might play it as well. because we all have our a rhythm within ourselves. Is what I teach in my classes and in my one-on-ones. We do, and it's about transferring that rhythm to whatever instrument that is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a drum, but we all have some form of rhythm because everything in life has a rhythm. So I want to also show you that I said I'm a poet, and you know it. And I'm part of this anthology called Philly Joan. It's a tribute to Nina Simone. Can you see that? You can find that on Amazon.com. And there's 40 poets, storytellers, and we share our words, and each chapter represents one of Nina Simone's title of one of Nina Simone's songs. So it's available, came out officially last February, so it's like a year old now, I guess, by now, but it's independent, published. Deborah Wright is the publisher / curator of this project, and she put this together with 40 of us from around Philadelphia and a few across the water in Jersey. And I have a piece in here that I would like to read called Unrhythmic Slave. I did tell you I was a poet, right? Yeah, I'm a writer. A rhythmic slave came from during a wait in an area here in Philadelphia section, and I was waiting for some food, and I saw this woman that was really lost, and I was kind of absorbed her energy, and couldn't kind of stop thinking about her. So then by the next day, this piece came up called Unrhythmic Slave. Unrhythmic Slave. The unrhythmic slave everyone sees, yet the bloodsuckers engage, drowning her queendom with mass destruction, supporting your menace to society, reframing you from the spiritual rhythms. The unrhythmic slave. A society that once stolen you from the motherland. A society that forced you on a ship, stripped you from your future of leadership. Brainwashed your hopes and dreams, dousing your family tree with repeated less than, hopelessness, darkness, even when the light appears. The unrhythmic slave. Centuries pass, but not hatred, not the attacks on the changers. The poison still spreads. The 20th and 21st century slave ships delivering crystal, which is crack, to control the masses, the educated, the intellectual, the political reps, the unassuming, the insecure, the curious, the rejected. The unrhythmic slave. She continues to wander the streets day or night. The unrhythmic slave, beaten by her past, present, and possible future. Disrespected by neighbors, black sheep of the family, hunted by the bloodsuckers, can't hear the drum, can't feel her rich legacy. Focus only on self-destruction. Focus on the next hit. Till the invisible noose snaps her neck. Thank you so much for inviting me during this time of Black History Month. Black history for me, like I said, and hopefully for you, 365. We have such a rich history, such a legacy that we leave. It's not just a few people. There's a lot of people. And some of those people are yourselves. You know, we are all Black history. We are all part of this history. No matter who you are, no matter what walk of life you come from, we're all here for a reason. And we're all here can share something. And I'm glad I had the time to share. Thank you, Lonnie, for the invite. Thank you, Quench. Is it Quench? Quench. Yeah, Quench. I think I got that right. Quench, like quench your thirst, right? So thank you for inviting me. I had a good time. Find me on social media, Karen Smith, or Karen Smith Drums on Instagram. And I'm here to I do this 365 myself as far as my art. I get to do this independently, and I enjoy every minute of it. So enjoy your rest of your day. I hope the rest of the program goes very well. And keep hope alive.